What's up, Enduro guys? This is your program for the 7th of April, and we're going to start a back squat cycle testing your 3-rep back squat today so that we've got some percentages to work off. If you have tested in the last 4 weeks, don't worry, you can use that weight to work the percentages from. If you want to test again, that's fine, but just stay safe, make sure it's a technical max, and then you're not going crazy on the absolute max, because if you've done it recently, you probably don't need to compromise yourself again. Anyway, I'm rambling. So we're going to get straight onto the back squats. You're going to test your 3-rep max. So as always with the back squat, your priority is going to be your midline stabilization. So basically keeping your spine aligned throughout the movement. So it's important that you don't round at any point during the movement, but also really important, and this is a common fault that I see, is that you don't overextend. So often people want to hollow in the back, and so they take the bar off, and before they start the movement, they'll end up in this position, which is actually probably worse for your spine than doing any kind of flexion. So just be super careful that you tight through your midline and you get as deep as you can whilst maintaining that lower back curve. So if you're forcing depth just to get lower and that changes the direction of your spine, then you've gone too far. So there's lots of CrossFit haters out there will tell you that reps aren't reps unless it's below parallel, meaning that your hip is below your knee, but in reality there's lots of things to nail down before that's even a possibility. So a lot of it is ankle mobility, it could be hip mobility, thoracic spine, lots of things. So just stay safe, keep it a 3-rep technical max, and so as heavy as you can for the day. And then once you've done that, you're going to do 3 to 5 sets more at 90% of whatever you get to. So this is the first testing day, plus some volume so you get some benefits in strength. And then the cycle's going to start next week off the percentage that you established today. Okay, once you've done that, you're going to rest 3 or 4 minutes, set up. And this is going to be a standing split squat. So the barbell is going to be on a back squat position on your back, but this split squat is going to be shorter than lunge position with your feet. And you're going to bring your chest down so you're closing the angle of your front hip. Chest is going to come down, so imagine your belly button going down onto your thigh, and again priority is maintaining your spinal curvature. Nice and tight through your midline, standing up with some power. So you're going to go down controlled, maybe 2 seconds, stand nice and powerful, and you'll find that you get a stretch in your hamstring and glute at the bottom. So in this position here, the stretch means that as you stand, you get a full use of opening the angle of your hip here. About 70% of your weight on the front foot will encourage you to be driving through your hip, engaging your glutes and hamstrings on the movement. You're going to do 12 each side, resting about a minute in between each side, and then 2 minutes between sets, for a total of 2 times round. So it's 12 left, 12 right, twice round. And that's the assistance work done for the squats. Moving on to the workout. So the workout for day 1 is going to be a nice intensity workout. I say nice loosely because it's absolutely awful. This is going to be lots of rest between 20-second efforts. If you have an assault bike, it's fantastic because you get to use your whole body, putting effort in, and the movement doesn't break down. If you don't have an assault bike, you could use a ski erg, a rowing machine would be okay, a turbo trainer would be all right too, but preferred is assault bike for this. You're going to do 5 max out efforts of 20 seconds per time. So it's 20 seconds, then you're going to rest 1 minute 40, and you're going to go again 5 times total. The intention for this is to do as many calories as you can in those 20 seconds at all-out effort. So this is an intensity workout. Make sure it's intensity and you're not encouraged to get back on without resting fully. So don't be doing this on the minute every minute and think it's going to be better for you. The purpose of this is definitely to rest and have 100% efforts in there. So for you enduro guys and people that are bothered about fitness in that sense, more is not better on this. If you can't get that feeling of absolutely disgusting, like falling off the bike after 5 sets of 20 seconds, then you haven't gone hard enough. You need to find and tap into that desire to push super hard so that then you do actually get the benefits of the intensity. So make sure that you tap into that, hit it super hard, and these 5 sets of 20 seconds will be enough. All right, core finisher today is going to be 12 to 15 reps of an outside foot elevated banded rotation. So a reasonably light band. If you've got a heavy band and that's all you have, then just get a little bit closer. Enough tension that you can hold straight armed, and you could hold this comfortably probably for about a minute. From there, loose the band, twist with a little bit of emphasis on speed, and count 2 to 3 seconds back in. Constantly moving, so no pause at the top or the bottom of the movement. And a good tip for this, so that it's all through your midline and not your upper back and shoulders, is keep your face and your chest facing your arms. So if you keep that whole twist through your midline, that's going to get all the benefits through your core. If you end up throwing your shoulders like this, then it becomes a stupid workout, but one that's going to be less effective for you. And that's that for day one. So for day two, we're going to start with some upper body focus. It's going to be a bench press, a single arm bench press with a dumbbell. But what I'd like you to do is take your feet off the ground for a little bit more instability through your midline. So heels up, and then from there, as you can tell, it's a bit unstable. So head off. So you're basically balancing on. You can link your feet if you want, but for a little bit more control, keep them unlinked and then nice and stable. Whatever you like with this spare arm, just to balance. Nice press. 12 to 15 reps each side. And you're going to superset that with L pull-ups. So these are going to be strict pull-ups. Now I'm under no illusion that not many of you are going to be able to do up to 5 of these. So pay attention. If you can do them, great. It's basically an L position into a pull-up, holding the L position. It's going to be very difficult. If you can do them, that's fantastic. Otherwise, if you can't do strict pull-ups, as a replacement, we're not going to use bands. We're going to do some negatives. So you're going to do 3 to 5 reps, jumping and holding and controlling for 20 to 30 seconds down, 3 to 5 times. Once you've done that, you're then going to hold a knee raise or L position for about 20 to 30 seconds. So you get the benefits of both movements, but not combined. So you're working some core and that pull-up strength. And that's part A of day 2. We're going to move on to part B. Part B of day 2 is going to be as far up the ladder as you can in 30 minutes. You're going to go out for a 400-meter run. If you don't have anywhere that you can run that distance, or running just doesn't agree with you, then you can use a bike or a rowing machine. Rowing machine 500 meters, bike probably 1 minute 30. Then once you've done that, you get in and you're going to do 1 burpee pull-up toes to bar. So the burpee start, then pull up, it can be a jumping pull-up, and then toes to bar, and then out for the run. The second time round, you're going to do 2 of that same complex. So burpee, pull up, and while still hanging, toes to bar, burpee, pull up, toes to bar. And then out again for the 400-meter run, and then 3 of the bar complex. All the way up as far as you can in 30 minutes, and then that's part B of day 2 done. So core finisher for day 2, nice and simple, 5 max effort sets of side plank. So one side as long as you can, drop, rest 20 seconds, swap sides, repeat 5 times each side. And that's that for day 2, moving on to day 3. So starting off day 3 with some rear foot elevated split squat. So rear foot laces down on a bench. Nice and controlled through your midline. All the way down, nice stretch at the bottom. You don't have to go crazy on this for speed. So I'd rather you did quality reps. 6 left side, swapping 6 right side. Feeling the benefits of the stretch and the full range motion on this. And you're gonna do 6 and 6 as many times round as you can in 5 minutes. Now this isn't as many times round so that you can beat people. This is just continual movement for 5 minutes, focusing on quality first. Then the workout. We're gonna go on the bike for the workout. Again, I would prefer if you had a bike. If you have a rowing machine, that's fine. A ski erg, that's fine. It's 100 calories. So you're going to set the timer. You're going to go as quickly as you can. Eat into those 100 calories. On minute 2, you're going to hop off. So for 2 whole minutes, you're going to contribute to the 100 calorie target. On minute 2, you're going to hop off and do 30 air squats as quickly as you can to then get back on the bike and continue churning into those 100 calories. So the goal is to finish the 100 calories. Your time cap is 12 minutes. So if you're not done in those 12 minutes, then just stop where you're at. I expect that some people will definitely finish this. So your goal is to try and get 100 calories, but every 2 minutes doing those air squats. It's going to be a challenge. It's a very intense workout, low skill, but still, even though it's not weighted air squats, try and keep a nice braced position and keep the quality movement. Don't let that slow you down. A little slippage in form and tension is fine. You're going to be gasping, so don't be a form Nazi and replace good form with intensity on this low impact or this low danger movement. And then the second workout of the day. So you're going to spend probably 10 minutes recovering from the bike and the air squats. Then you're going to have a 12-minute timer, 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to do 100 over rower burpees. So exactly how they sound. Over row burpees. Once you've done 100, get onto the rower and row as far as you can in the remaining time. So whatever time you have left, if it takes you 8 minutes to do the over row burpees, then you're going to have 4 minutes on the rowing machine. If you don't get the over row burpees done in 10 minutes, then row, stop the burpees and row as far and as hard as you can in those remaining 2 minutes. And that's that for day 3. And day 4 for the 7th of April week is going to be recovery priority. So if you find that you haven't had much bike time, then by all means up the ante, get your heart rate higher, but it's really essential that if you're riding at the weekend or you're beating up from the week's training, that you prioritize your recovery. So on there, the suggestion is 40 to 60 minutes steady state cardio, but also allocate 30 minutes minimum for mobility work. So mobility work which will encourage recovery, things like banded distraction. So hips particularly over these weeks where we're going to be doing some heavy back squats with a band up into your hip. Then you can start manipulating that hip capsule, spending a couple of minutes each side on this movement, turning your foot onto the outside and your shin down, chest high. This is a very good one for piriformis, a little bit around the back into the glutes, keeping those hips nice and manipulated. Also with a band, ankles, so this is going to help overall position and riding position. So knee forwards, manipulation that way. So if we've done 2 minutes each side, that's a total of 12 minutes already on those 3 movements. Also shoulders, so with a band into your elbow here, this will open up not just your shoulder but your lats. The amount of pull-ups that we've been doing, that's going to really tighten up this shoulder. So we want to be nice and open, not just to ride better, but to work out better and get more out of the movements, so that then you can become fitter and then therefore ride better. So lots of time here. The band around your back as well. So in this position, opening up the front of your shoulder. And then lots of foam rolling. Static stretching is okay, but it would be better if you had a flow of the stretch. So I'm a massive advocate of the banded distraction work, foam rolling and dynamic stretching. So if you're into yoga, then spend some time doing yoga, that'd be great. Pilates, anything like that is going to be a massive help. And that's that for this week. So any questions, as always, send them over and I'll try and get back to you reasonably quickly. Change of pace this week, as you can tell. I'm very excited for the upcoming weeks. As you can tell, Johnny, our videographer, is on board now. So hopefully the delivery of these programs is better than ever. So if you've got any feedback on that or any suggestions, please send those over. They're very much appreciated. And that's that. So happy riding, happy gymming. I'll see you next week. Peace.